So sessions represent a single visit to your website. We can understand sessions as number of visits to our website. Users represent individuals that visits your website. You can see this as number of individuals. And then page views represents number of pages viewed by individuals. In other terms, the number of times a page loads. So this is Christina. She has visited the website 3 times. Let's take a look into the first session or visit. We have here in one session, Christina, the user, has viewed 3 pages. Okay, and then Christina came back. The second session or visit, she saw 2 pages or 1 page that she loaded twice. And then in the third visit, the third session, Christina was more engaged and she saw 5 pages. Google Analytics is going to count Christina's visits as follows. In the first visit, 3 page views are going to be counted, and 1 user and 1 session. In the second visit, 2 page views are going to be counted, and is the same user. It's a returning user, so no new users. Same user, 1 session. In the third visit, 5 page views are going to be counted, same users, so it's going to still stick with 1 and 1 session. At the end, we're going to see a total in Google Analytics of 10 page views, 1 user, and 3 sessions. Open your browser. I want to show you a very helpful tool. So go ahead and type in this URL. Okay, so here we have a very nice tool where we can understand the different metrics and how different customer journeys are going to reflect in the metrics. Let's suppose that user A is Christina and she visited the homepage of Analytics Visionary. In the first session, she saw 3 page views. In the first session, I'm gonna hit add page. So in the same session, she came back and she saw services page. In the same session, she saw 3 page views. So we have here a total of 3 page views, 1 user and 1 session. So 3 page views, 1 user and 1 session in the first visit. Let's jump into the second visit. Click here. So this is going to enable a new session. And then I'm going to add a page. That's going to be the page, the shop. She came back right into the shop. In this session, she's going to view 2 pages. So I'm going to unselect this. So I'm going to say that it's in the same section. So in the same section, then she came here and she saw my product page. So then she came here and I'm going to add a page here. And that's the end of that session. Let's add here a new session. And she's going to come back in the cart. So then she's going to start on that page. And then she's going to, in the same session, I'm going to unclick here. She's going to see 4 more pages. So 1. We don't need to change, but I can even change if you would like to. Let's see. 2. 2. 3, 4. Let's count. So 10 page views. Let's see our results. So here we have 10 page views, 1 user and 3 sessions, which is the same thing that we saw in here. 10 page views, 1 user and 3 sessions. Feel free to use this tool if you want to include some different scenarios that you see in real life. I believe this is going to be very helpful to you. Okay guys, so I want to move forward and show you how these different metrics can affect your reporting and also how these metrics look different and can be very confusing in your reports. So in this scenario, we have a custom report where we have the device categories, desktop, tablet, and mobile, and the metrics, users, sessions, and page views. And we can see that numbers of users, sessions, and page views are very different. So it's very confusing. And this is something that you might be asked, what does this mean? Or how should I report? Or which metric should I use? You can define a standard if you would like and pick one metric. But it's very nice to see all of them and see how they can contribute to each other to understand more of your traffic. So in this case here, if we would calculate sessions per users, which is the total number of sessions divided by the total number of users, and we can see a number of 1.24 sessions per users And this means that the majority of users have initiated only one session. If we were to take a look into the frequency and recency report from the same property, we would segment users to see how many users had more than one session. You can see that 14.75% of users actually had more than one session in our website. So it confirms that it's the minority of users. Right. If we were to take a look at this key metric, we can see if the sessions per user that we have represents a good performance or bad performance. If we see in this table here, we can see that excellent sessions per user would be anything over 1.9, and in the industry this represents the top 10% of the website. Good sessions per user and will be anything over 1.6. In the industry, these are the top 20% of the websites. Then we have average sessions per user is where we are, anything between 1.2 and 1.6, which are average performing sites. And bad sessions per users are anything lower than 1.2, which usually is low performing sites. Take a look into this key metric in your e-commerce or website to see where you're at and understand better how often your users are returning to start new sessions. So then you can start taking a look and see what is actually triggering them to return. I hope this lesson was helpful to you, and I'll see you in the next lesson.